Hi friends and sisters. So welcome back to day 5 on the challenge Come and Take It. So I hope you've been working on challenges that I put for you on previous videos. So to recap, so day 1 I asked you to take some time off just for yourself and to really rest. So to pause before proceed. And I really hope you will keep doing that maybe every day. 20 minutes, 30 minutes will be a good amount of time if you can. That will give you time to reflect on where you are in life and what you are doing and why. So day 2 is a big day. I asked you to write your eulogy speeches that people would talk about you after you are gone. So the exercise aims to give you a chance to write your mirror concept, your eulogy from friends, families, colleagues, and maybe organizations that you volunteer. So try to write into 3 or 4 groups of people and what character would they describe you and what kind of achievements they would talk about you and what kind of contribution you had done for each particular group. So just try to be as specific as possible, but it's something new, so you might not be able to grasp the idea yet. Just do what you can. As we go along, the rest of the challenges will become clearer, and then you can go back and revisit later on. So day 3 is about writing statements. So with each area that you have written down for your eulogy, for example, if your family talked about you, let's say your spouse or your children talked about you, what would they describe you as in terms of characters, achievements, and contribution? And you write statements to match those mirror concepts that you have for yourself. For example, as a parent, I've been using my own example here. So as a parent, I wrote my statement as to raise my children with respect for their individualities and avoid projecting my own beliefs on them. Right. So with day 4, we started sitting down and write down steps of actions of how we are going to meet that specific statement, because you were writing a lot of statements, right? Just choose one that you want to start working right away, and then you just write down maybe just 3 steps that you can do to make that statement become your reality. So today, day 5, what it's going to be is going to refine your actions. For example, I wrote a statement about what kind of mom I want to be, and then the steps that I actually have already done was, first I started looking for a parenting course information. So I went through a few. So that was the first step. The second step, I actually chose one of the courses that I wanted to do, a specific course that I really liked, and I started doing the whole course. And the third step that I did was to implement into my everyday life. So it's going to be a process. So whatever you do from now on, you are designing how you want to live your life in each specific area, but we are doing one area at a time. So today, you are going back to the steps that you have written down yesterday. in day 4. And look at those steps and ask yourself 3 questions. Each step you ask first, is this action in alignment with my statement? Second question, is it specific enough? And the third question, is it challenging? Because if it's not challenging enough, it means you are doing the same thing. You are repeating the pattern. You might think you have changed the way you do things, but if it's not challenging, it means you are not changing your behavior enough. So if you are doing the same thing, you cannot expect different results. Like I said before, in my example, so step 1 for me was to look for a course, a parenting course. And then I went through these 3 questions. Is it in alignment with my statement for parenting? And I chose the course specifically to suit my statement, which was the Conscious Parenting by Dr. Shefali Sabari. And then I made it specific by I signed up a 1-month course that I had to do, learn every day. So I had to watch a video, I had to read, and I had to do a worksheet. So I committed myself for over a month to do that. So I wanted to be specific, so that's how I did it. And the third one was, is it challenging enough? And it was challenging. I couldn't believe how challenging it was, because what I was trying to do was quite radical. It was something new to me. It was a different approach, because it was something that forced me to look within myself rather than trying to figure out what to do when my children do certain things or when they don't do certain things. It was more about, why did I want them to do certain things, and really took time and thought about the reason and really be open and honest, and then just be mindful of going forward what I teach my children or how I behave, to actually avoid projecting my own beliefs into their subconscious, so that when they grow up they can be free, they can really stay authentic and don't just follow what the society or what people around them tell them to, so that they can live their life by design and not by default. So I ask you today to go back into those 3 steps that you have written yesterday on day 4 and ask those 3 questions. So you have your statement on top. Write down your 3 steps of how you are going to make sure that you are going to meet your statement, make it reality. And then for each action, you are going to ask 3 questions. First is it in alignment with my statement? Is it specific enough? And is it challenging enough? So go and do that. And then tomorrow I'm going to help you to take another step. And when all the challenge is finished, it's going to give you a new perspective, or something that you can actually use again for different areas in your lives. So until then, take care and do your best with the challenges, and you will see the benefits of it at the end. And I really hope that you are invested in what we are doing here. And we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.